Hi everybody, I'm Patti Cesarini and I am standing up again with Coach Deanna Richard from our women's basketball team. Coach, you guys have gotten some really good wins at home this year. You had your big upset against Green Bay and then just more recently your buzzer beater against Robert Morris. And now before you guys hit the road, how do you take what you guys did in those games and carry that with you, that energy and that flair into these road games?
You know, I think if you compare the two games, Robert Morris games in particular, we had them at their place and we did a phenomenal job, here. I mean, we did another phenomenal job. They got better as the season went on. So I'll take that game. It was a buzzer beater, and that happened for a reason. Maybe it's preparing us for the future. Maybe it's preparing us for playoffs. I'm not sure, what the discrepancy in that game was, but, I just look at it as it's probably preparing us for something bigger.
And what have you, after that game, what did you guys talk about in that locker room? It was very exciting. And, it was also women in sports too, but just what was, I guess the road, what happened after that game was over and then getting back in here for practice?
We did not go into the locker room because of Women in Sports Day. We met here on the court. Everybody was very excited, a lot of hugs, a lot of hugging Maddie, a lot of water throwing, which I preface, do not get Patty, because you looked very nice that day.
Well, thank you.
But, it was exciting, and I think for the players to have the young kids out on the floor after that game, kind of just like little eyes are looking at them like, oh, we want to be like you, I thought was a really cool part of the day. So it was a good end to the day. Yeah,
and it's really sweet, and it's inspiring too. And you always talk about your girls being role models on the court, and how do you think in that game they showed how to be a good role model for those little girls?
They just showed their resilience, which they do game in and game out. They're just a resilient team, and they work hard, and sometimes, they get deflated, but it's like in an instant they're back. They're back on track. There's, as a staff, we look at each other, we're like, oh, but it doesn't even phase them, so it's almost like that instant is over and snap your fingers, and then we're back on track and getting things done that we should be doing. And we talk a lot about, you and I, about consistency, and I think that has been our struggle, is just being consistent throughout the year. And if we're consistent in February, I mean, that's the big time, So we need to be, and we just need to be a better team than we were the day before, and we'll be all right.
And we're halfway through February. It's going to go by like that, and then next thing you know, it's going to be March. It's going to be Horizon League tournament time. How do you, regardless of outcomes of games, but just how do you guys create as much momentum going into that Horizon League tournament and setting yourself up for a good position and for success?
You just spoke to Markaya, and I think the biggest thing is our team needs to stick together. Win or lose, we need to stick together. We're going to play these last few games out, and hopefully we get a good seed. And I think that's what it's going to boil down to. Wherever we are, within that ranking, it's going to be what it's going to be, and I'm fully confident that this team has it within them to be relentless and to keep fighting and to keep being resilient as they have all year. We've had some really tough bumps in the road, that we just keep overcoming. So, losses we shouldn't have, but we bounce back.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest thing between good and great. And we're good, but I think there's a greatness that we haven't seen yet.
There's another level.
That's absolutely true.
That you guys can take it to.
Yep.
Do you feel like when you get to tournament time and in that, section, that kind of start, do you feel that things go back to 0-0? Everything's kind of even out.
Clean slate.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Any given night, anybody can pull off a win. Anybody could lose.
Yeah.
It's a clean slate, and that's the message that we're going to have. It doesn't matter who you are. It's not where you start. It's not where it's we're going to finish now. And clearly, we're not going to win a Horizon League championship right now, but we can win a tournament championship. And if we can, if we can get excited about that, we could do it.
Yeah.
Anybody could.
It's anyone's game.
It's anyone's game.
Yeah.
There's no question.
Yeah.
And you can hear them over there right now. I mean, they're excited to be here. And which in the middle of February, that's not usually the case.
Yeah, sometimes it isn't, unfortunately. But for you guys, it's a testament to the women that you have on your team, and a testament to your coaching staff as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, well, thank you so much for, again, standing up with me today, and then good luck tomorrow and next weekend.
And happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day.